What if I told you that Apple iPhone 15 series is not as good as you think and that there are still many hidden flaws and cons in the iPhone 15 series which keeps it behind the competition against other smartphone competitors? Well, in today's video, we will be telling you the 4 major disadvantages that the iPhone 15 or 15 Pro Max comes with and why Apple with its iPhone 15 lineup has failed to achieve the title of the perfect devices of the year. It is important to mention here that the biggest and most important flaw is described at the end of the video, so instead of wasting your time, stay with us till the end of the video. Starting off with our flaw number 1, after using conventional lightning port for a decade, which was first introduced in 2012 with the iPhone 5, Apple has finally made the jump over to USB Type-C for the iPhone 15 series. Though it seemed to us that Apple accepted USB-C as an universal standard on stage, it was actually forced by the European Union to take this initiative. And despite the fact that the iPhone has finally joined all other smartphones that have USB-C for years, Apple still left a major flaw in this new design. Even with USB-C, we are not getting the faster charging speeds of up to 210 watts that some Android phones can achieve. And even for the average Android phone such as the Galaxy S23 Ultra, it can reach charging speeds up to 45 watts, which is not too fast but definitely faster than the iPhone 15. The OnePlus 11 on the other hand can reach speeds up to 80 watt for the US version or 100 watt internationally. Apple in solution to this issue have advertised faster data transfer speeds with certain cables, not the one included in the box, but this does not affect the charging speeds at all. Alright, so the second disadvantage that comes along with the iPhone 15 Pro Max is the optical zoom. Yes, you got it right. With iPhone 15 Pro Max, Apple has finally added an upgraded lens for the telephoto camera, which is now capable of up to 5x telephoto zoom, and with this, iPhone 15 Pro Max will be able to capture much better close-up shots than its predecessors. But if we have a look at the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, we will see that it is the same size range as the iPhone 15 Pro Max but has an impressive periscope camera capable of up to 10x optical zoom, which is double that of the iPhone. The Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra's 10x optical zoom is fantastic for capturing wildlife photos, so we were hoping that iPhone 15 Pro Max is capable of some great shots too. But again, Android phones continue to have better cameras than the iPhone 15, especially when it comes to periscope lenses and optical zoom functionality. In summary, Apple is heading in the right direction, but it still has work left to do. Next up, moving towards the third disadvantage, on the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max, Apple has replaced the classic mute switch toggle with a new action button. The action button with the main functionality of putting your device into and out of silent mode is also capable of many other tasks, but all separately at a time, which is the main flaw. In easy words, this means that the action button is only capable of one assigned action at a time with a press and hold gesture. You could leave it on the default setting or do things like launch the camera app, turn on the flashlight, start a voice recording, enable some accessibility features, run a shortcut, but cannot use the action button for more than one task at a time, which is indeed disappointing. We were hoping that it would be a multi-function button where you can assign one action for a single press, another for a double press, and maybe one more with a triple press. But that's not the case here. However, on some Android phones, you can do multiple actions with the side button. Sorry for interrupting, but an important announcement here is that due to the growing population of the South Asian nations like Pakistan, India and Bangladesh, we are officially starting our Urdu Hindi video session from Monday onwards, in which you will see quality Hindi or Urdu videos which can be understood both by the people of India, Pakistan and Bangladesh, helping them to get a more better understanding on new and informative technology products which could improve their lives. This was all done to facilitate you as the perfect channel for all regions. Now let's get back to the video. So here comes the moment which you all were waiting for, the last and the most important disadvantage. iPhone 15 and 15 Pro Max have beautiful promotion displays with a dynamic 120Hz of refresh rate, giving beautiful colors, sharp and crisp text, and insanely smooth scrolling and animation between apps. Now you all would have been wondering why all of a sudden, instead of discussing the biggest flaw, I started telling you the good side of iPhone 15 lineup. Well, there are phones still remaining in this lineup and the real spice is remaining. On the standard iPhone 15 and 15 Plus, Apple is still using a terribly outdated 60Hz of refresh rate, which is hard to justify considering the price of these devices. Although it's a Super Retina XDR display, the scrolling isn't as smooth and the transition animations might be a bit more janky. At the end of the day, this video wasn't meant to discourage you from buying the iPhone 15 or 15 Pro Max, but to tell you that if you're using an older iPhone like the iPhone 14, 13 or maybe 12 or maybe some kind of Android smartphone, then it is better to spend your money on other important tasks or maybe buy something more useful. And for the sake of argument, if you're willing to buy the new iPhone, then you should be mindful of the left out spaces which you have to deal with later. And that concludes our video for today. We hope that it was useful to you. If yes, then consider leaving a like on our video and subscribing if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to leave down your opinion on these devices. Thank you for staying with us. We will see you in another video.